Hello friends, welcome back to Newton's Club. This is the fourth episode of our Microsoft Excel tutorial series. In our previous videos, we covered data entry, nomenclature and 14 important functions. Today, we are diving into two crucial functions, VLOOKUP and Pivot Table, which are essential for handling large datasets. Let's jump in. First, let's understand VLOOKUP through a real life example. Remember the days before smartphones when we relied on telephone directories to find contacts? We'd flip through pages until we find the right name. It was time consuming. But now, with smartphone contacts app, we simply type a name and get the contact instantly. This is like VLOOKUP in Excel. Just as we search for a friend's name in the contacts app and get their number, VLOOKUP helps us to find specific data in Excel effortlessly. It's all about finding what we need quickly and efficiently. Now let's apply this concept to our Excel dataset. We'll use the same sales data of Orange Business and apply VLOOKUP function in here. With VLOOKUP, we can easily find the profit based on the date. It's like searching for a contact's name in our phone's contact app. To use VLOOKUP in Excel, we follow the standard syntax. We start with equal to sign, then type in VLOOKUP followed by an open parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis, we specify four arguments: the lookup value, the table array, the column index number, and the range lookup. The lookup value is what we are searching for, like the date in our example. The table array is the range of cells where the data is stored. And the column index number is a column from which we want to retrieve the data. And the range lookup specifies whether we want an exact match or an approximate match. Now let's see how it works with our dataset. We'll use VLOOKUP and try to find the profit on each of these days that this business has earned. So let's start using VLOOKUP equal to VLOOKUP open bracket. First we have to give in the lookup value. Our lookup value is date, put in a comma, and we should select the table array. Let's select the entire table. Now put in a comma. Then we have to give the column index number, the column in which our result is present. So in the column 1, we have dates, column 2, day, column 3, week, 4, number of oranges sold, 5, selling price, 6, cost price, 7, revenue, 8, cost, and 9, profit. So our column index number would be 9. Put in a comma, and we have to give the range lookup. We'll go with exact match. Close the bracket and press enter. So the profit earned by this business on 7th of August is 240.8 rupees. So let's cross check it. On 7th of August, it is 240.8 rupees. Yes. Now let's apply the VLOOKUP for other two dates as well. Is equal to VLOOKUP open bracket. Lookup value is date. Put in a comma. Let's select the table. Put in a comma. Column index number is 9, comma, and then false. Close and enter. So it is 344.4 rupees. On 14th, yes, it is 344.4 rupees. Let's also apply for 21st of August is equal to, we look up open bracket, select the date, table array, comma, column index number is 9, comma, and false. Close the bracket and press enter. So it is 232 rupees on 21st of August. The profit earned is 232 rupees. And that's it. With VLOOKUP, we can effortlessly retrieve specific data from large datasets, making data analysis and decision making much more efficient. Now let's jump into the next topic, pivot tables. Pivot tables allow us to summarize and analyze complex data in a dynamic and interactive way. They provide a flexible framework for organizing and presenting data in a format that is easy to understand and manipulate. For applying pivot table to a data, we need to select the entire table first, go to Insert tab and then click on pivot table. After we click on pivot table, a small window pops up and we can see there are two sections in here. First section is to choose the data that you want to analyze, and the second section is to choose where you want the pivot table to be placed. So in the first section our data is already selected, and in the second section we are going with the by default selection that our pivot table should be placed in a new worksheet. So let's click on OK. Now Excel already started creating the pivot table. Before we delve into the practical application, let's understand the key components pivot table fields. There are four fields in here: rows, columns, values and filters. The rows area is where you define the criteria by which you want to group your data vertically, and the columns area allows you to segment your data horizontally. Now the values area is where you specify the data you want to analyze or summarize. This could be numerical data such as sales, revenue, quantity sold or average selling price. The filters area enables you to apply filters to your data, allowing you to focus on specific subsets of your data. Now I want to create a summarized report which is showing weekly revenue, cost and profit. Something like this. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 and week 5. And I want to find revenue, cost and profit. Let's try to create this table using pivot tables. So click on here. So I need weeks to grouped in vertical manner, which means I have to keep the week in rows. And now since I want revenue, cost and profit values, let's drag revenue into values and then cost into values again and then profit again into values. And our table is ready with weekly summations of revenue, cost and profit. Now let's suppose we want to earn the profit earned on good days and bad days in each week. So we need a table something like this: week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 and week 5. Since we need profits on good day and bad days, we need the profit values in here. So can we create this table using pivot table? Yes, we can. So let's apply the pivot table again. Let's go to the table array that we have and let's select the table. Go to insert, click on pivot table. Our table is already selected and we'll create the pivot table in new worksheet. Click on OK. So now we want weeks in rows and then good days or bad days horizontally and then profit in values. So yes, we got the summation of profits on good days and bad days in weekly manner. By simply dragging and dropping fields into the rows, columns and values areas of the pivot table, we can generate comprehensive summaries and visualizations of our data in just a few clicks. So yes friends, we have understood about VLOOKUP and pivot table in this episode, and in the coming video, we'll use all the 16 functions that we have learned till date and solve a business case. Thank you. Have a nice day.